Okay, so let's get into our final big movie review.
Final big movie.
Star Wars.
What did you think about the Star Wars?
The Last Jedi. I watched it.
You watched it.
Well, okay, so I liked it better than the last two movies.
Everyone's been asking, what does Comic Book Girl think about the Star Wars movie?
You guys have been asking, what does Comic Book Girl think of the new Star Wars movie? And the new Star Wars movie, I liked it better than the last two.
You liked it better than the last two. Wow.
I mean, I'll say that. I mean, I'm still not, like, on drinking the Kool-Aid, but, like, I thought that I didn't get the hate towards this that, like, I really didn't like the first two. I was like, oh, boring, seen it, done it, who cares, whatever.
You mean Star Wars The Force Awakens and Rogue One you didn't like that much?
Yeah, I wasn't drinking that Kool-Aid at all.
Why?
Well, The Force Awakens was just like, oh, we just did A New Hope again. We're just going to do the same beats over and over again. And then Rogue One was just kind of like, I don't know, I just felt unnecessary and long and boring. I didn't get into it. And then this one, it's like, okay, so this one...
Oh, you're going to piss some people off.
Whatever. So I don't like Star... I'm not a Star... I'm Dune lady. Okay, I'm a Dune lady. I don't care about Star Wars. So, keeping that in mind...
Oh, I don't care about Star Wars.
I'm better than you. I'm a Dune lady, yeah.
Yeah.
So with this one though, Rian Johnson really worked to subvert our expectations because in, the other movie, it's like, oh, you have these expectations and they were fulfilled. In this movie, he's like trying to subvert those.
Subvert expectations? What does that mean? What do you mean?
Well, he's trying to do the opposite of what you think that they're going to do. Instead of like replaying the same beats like they did the last time, they're going to like do it different this time and like fucking,
Oh.
Yeah.
So, like what?
Well, I don't know. I don't even care.
So that's what she thought about Star Wars.
Pretty much. No, okay, so, fuck. Okay.
Did you already forget?
No, okay, here's the thing. So you see in the fucking Force Awakens that Rey is like, oh, finds fucking Luke, and you think that he's gonna train her, right? You think he's gonna train her as some fucking Master Jedi, like Yoda.
Like Yoda.
But it turns out, in this movie, he's like, fuck you, Rey, you're cramping my style, get the fuck out, leave me alone the whole time. He's like trying to be a gross old man, just like bum her out, like... I can't believe. Okay, so I didn't see it right away.
Did you see that titty milk scene?
The titty milk scene was my favorite scene. It was
what? Why?
So good. I laughed so hard. It was so Luke, okay? Because Luke has been already established as drinking the blue milk, okay? And like in this one...
What does that mean?
Well, like, okay, Luke, let's be real about it real quick, okay? Let's be real about it, okay? Because like Han Solo is the hot, cool one, right? Luke is the fucking lame virgin who's like not cool, who drinks fucking milk. You know what I'm saying? He goes to the fucking bar and he orders
There's a milk drinking scene?
Yeah, and so in this one, he's like hanging out and like fucking homegirls like follow him around and then he goes and like fucking milks this fucking beast and then like drinks his titty milk.
How does he milk it? Do it again.
Like this. And then like this milk comes out and the beast is like, oh, like it's so fucking fucked up. And it's like Tim and Eric. It was like weird Tim and Eric shit. And
I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay.
Well, I like that he's drinking the milk still. Like he's like, I'm still a weird fucking virgin fucking weirdo dork. Like, get the fuck away from me, bitch. And she's like, you're gonna teach me. And he's like, get the fuck out of my face.
I don't think Star Wars fans are gonna like your interpretation.
I don't give a fuck. It's fine. This is like, whatever. This is what you came for. What did you expect? So, I liked the titty milk scene. I thought... Okay, so then we have... Alright, let me just tell you. Okay, I was so pissed when, okay, so you have Kylo Ren, or Ben, and Rey, and they have this, like, fucking connection, supposedly by Snoke or some shit, whatever, who's Snoke, what the fuck. And then she's like, I'm gonna come save him or something, flies in, and is like, what the fuck is your plan, whatever. And then she immediately gets captured, and then she goes to the fucking deal, and the Snoke's like, I did this all, I'm a puppet master. And then he fucking... And then he's like, kill Rey, Kylo Ren, and prove that you're for me. And it's like, dude, of course this guy's gonna fucking kill the old man versus, like, the hot young fucking chick. Like, it's like, dude, this guy's had... The problem with Kylo Ren is that he's had too much fucking lame dudes in his life, okay? He's had Snoke, who's a fucking asshole, and you've had fucking a dork fucking... Luke, like, he hasn't had a pussy in his life.
Language. You're cursing a
Kylo
lot.
needs a girl, okay? Like, that's his big problem. He needs a lady, and so he doesn't have a feminine influence in his life. So they subvert your expectations. They kill off Snoke. You think he's gonna be this big fucking character, and no, he's fucking dead. Okay, all right.
What did you think about the part where Princess Leia flew through space with the Force?
I was like, whatever, really? Okay. Like, you had a perfect exit for her to leave because she died in real life, and I think that it's in good taste to just kill her off in the movies, but instead they decided to not kill her off and then have her use the Force, and I was like, okay, whatever.
So
anyways, so Rey and Kylo Ren are killing all these red dudes. She's having the time of her life, and then he's like, okay, they kill all the red dudes, and then he's like, take my hand. We'll tear down the rebellion. We'll fucking tear down the fucking New Order. We'll build a new life. Let's just do this, bitch. And she's like, no. And he's like, you could have stopped everything if you had just...
Oh, you think she should have joined him?
I mean, kinda. That would have been the end of it, wouldn't you think? I mean...
Oh, that would have been a different ending than I was expecting.
Yeah, and then we wouldn't have to watch any more Star Wars movies. And it'd be over.
What?
That's what I want.
Well, what kind of, new government would they make?
I don't know, but, here's the thing. The New Order already fucking owns everybody. They're like Google or whatever the fuck.
Actually, if you think about the New Order's kind of inept. They built another Death Star for no reason in the last movie.
Whatever. Yeah, just apparently there's no other leadership at this place. There's no board of directors here. There's just, Kylo Ren and this other white dude who's, the face of, English fucking imperialism. The other guy, what's his name? Hook or whatever the fuck. They only have these two assholes, and it's yeah, she should have stayed with him and fucking torn it all down and rebuilt some shit. That would have been that's the movie I want to see.
What do you think of the ending with Luke and the ATRTs shooting the lasers at him? That was really cool.
Oh, you mean when Luke pieced the fuck out?
When Luke was using his meditation powers. That was really cool.
I like that Luke is using meditation powers. I like that. I mean, I liked Luke's evolution in this because I've always seen him as a dork, and I think that in this movie they didn't show him as a badass. He's still a dork, and I thought that was cool. And he came to save his sister because that's the only woman he's ever loved, he ever connected with. It's his twin sister, and he came to white knight her ass, and then afterwards he pieced the fuck out, and he was just meditating so hard, and then after he was like, peace, and he just fucking...
That was cool.
I mean, I guess. I did think that Kylo Ren's high-waisted pants were unfortunate for that shirtless scene. I thought that was maybe you shouldn't go with him because of that. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you would have seen my hilarious memes about it.
We're how close are we to midnight here?
Okay, and then what else? I don't know. Some other bullshit happened.
Well, Comic Book Girl, what was your favorite part in the Return of the Jedi? I mean, this movie.
You fuck. What was my favorite part? Drunk. In whatever the fuck. What was my favorite part? Okay, I'll tell you my favorite part. I'll tell you my favorite part in this movie. My favorite part was Rey finding the middle ground. You have Rey my favorite part was Rey finding the middle ground. You have Kylo Ren, who's telling his story that, oh, fucking Luke tried to kill me, fuck this guy. And, from his perspective, he was right. And then she hears Luke's story, and Luke is like, oh, I was gonna kill him, but then I didn't, but then he woke up, and then he got fucked up, and ugh. And so you find out that, the real truth is this middle gray area. It's this gray area. And I thought that that's how life really works. And I thought that that was something that was really helpful because a lot of times you have people who are like, oh, let me tell you my side of the story. And then someone else has this other extreme side of the story. And generally, if you mix the two and just, find a middle ground, that's what it is.
Comic Book Girl, did you hear that some Star Wars fans are upset about this movie for some reason, although the director Rian Johnson has said that the changes were necessary in order to evolve this world. What do you think?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people are bummed, and I think it's really because Luke wasn't a big badass. I think that when they showed Luke as the kind of dork virgin that he was, people got mad.
Well, like he should be the cool guy that won the last 3 movies and now he's the king of the world or something?
Yeah, right, yeah. And they wanted to see him, like, train Rey and be all about the Jedi and the Force. And instead he's like, I don't know, this shit's a fucking lame bunch of bullshit and it doesn't really work and everything sucks and the rebellion's a bunch of bullshit and just let it die because it's just going to eat your life.
What? He didn't say that.
I mean, he did. I mean, he lives on a fucking island by himself. That's what he's saying is, like, get the fuck out of my face. I don't believe in this shit.
What? No, that's not what he said. She said he had cut himself off from the Force.
Yeah, he cut himself off from all of it. He cut himself off from the Force. He cut himself off from the Rebellion. He cut himself off from the New Order. He was just like, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm taking the middle path. I'm a Buddhist, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna meditate on my fucking island. Fuck you.
This isn't the movie I saw.
I don't know. I'm not... I have a weird... I'm not the one to... Don't...
You're not the one to ask about Star Wars.
Ask me about Dune.
This is by far your worst movie review.
It's the best. It's the best review. I just think everyone should have a good time and love each other. If everybody loved each other, the world would be a better place. And I think Tommy Wiseau was right. I think that Tommy Wiseau was right. Right? You're with me. You're with me.
Comic book girl.
Yes.
Who do you want to direct the next Star Wars movie? Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams?
I mean, I don't really care, but if I had to pick, I guess, I mean, I'd say keep going Rian Johnson.
I like Rian Johnson.
I mean, yeah, because J.J. Abrams is like committee man, whereas like Rian Johnson, they just kind of let him do whatever, which I'd rather see someone do whatever than someone who's like committee man.
Do something new?
I mean, I don't know if I would say new, but something that's not committee. Like.
Okay. All right. Well, now we're going to take questions live from the internet about Star Wars.
All right. What did you think? Who do you think is going to end up with Rey? Is it going to be Poe or Finn? Do you think that Rose is going to end up with Finn? Who's going to end up with Finn? Is it going to be Poe or Rey or Rose or Kylo? Or should they all have a hot foursome together and just get it over with?
Oh my gosh.
Let's go to the internet now. Hey, that was our Star Wars review.
Whoa.
You guys have been waiting for it.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. I talked about Star Wars. I did it. I did it all.
Hey, did you know that we're the only YouTubers to ever have a New Year's special live on the internet?
Is that true?
Yes. Somebody said it in the comments.
Okay, sure. I mean, if that's true, that's cool. If not, whatever. I don't care. I didn't have a party to go to. I was like, I'll make my own party. I'm having my own party tonight. So that's what we're doing. And I got 2,000 people coming to my fucking party.
So now we're going to drop the ball, right?
Well, we're going to drop the ball in like 10 minutes. But first we're going to talk about the Jedi movie for a minute. And then we're going to do the ball.
So what did you think of The Last Jedi?
Yeah, it was just fine. It was alright. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it. I'm very neutral. I'm very, like, Last Jedi neutral. I'm just kind of like, okay, you know. I thought, like, it was weird when, like, Luke was like, I'm gonna burn all these books, and then Yoda pops in, and then he just, like, burns the books, and it's like, well, and then it makes, like, Luke, like, an asshole, like he wasn't, and it's like, that's exactly what he was gonna do, but that doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people said, like, oh, why are you hating on virgins? I'm not hating on virgins. I'm just saying, like, that's what he is. And, like, the only woman he ever loved was his sister. His twin sister was the only woman. And, like, and it was for her that he came back and, like, helped her, you know?
There were a lot
of
movies that happened in between that he could have hooked up with a lot of chicks.
Yeah, but he never did. He's never, in the movie universe, he's never had a love interest. And I mean, you never see him with a girl. And he's just on an island training people, like, training Kylo or Ben or whatever.
Well, maybe they'll make one of those in-between movies in his pimp years.
But, I mean, just look at him, you know that he's not that guy. Like Luke doesn't, this guy doesn't fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, Han Solo, like, this guy fucks, you know, but, like, this other guy, like, he's not, and that's fine. Like, it's not everybody has to. Like, that's not everybody's thing in life. Some people are more asexual. Some people, like, don't give a fuck. Some people have other goals, higher goals. Some people, like, channel all that energy into something that's even greater, like the Force, you know? So it's like, I'm not hating, but I'm just saying that's what the deal. And it is, but he is lame for drinking milk all the time. But then again, that's better too. He shouldn't be drinking fucking booze. If you're actually a good person, you should, like, not drink booze.
How would you feel if you went to a bar and your friend ordered milk?
I would feel like... I mean, well, if they're the DD, then okay, whatever. But if they're just, like, hanging out... But then again, I do that. I get waters and stuff. Like, and I'll, like, take an edible or I'll smoke outside and, like, get fucked up and get high. And then I'll go inside and I'll just drink
Jim's
water.
Fusion has a question. Did you like the porgs?
Jim's Fusion. Did I like the porgs? I love more...
Porgs!
Dude, more porgs, bro. More porgs! Lay on me, porgs. Lay on me, porgs. I really like the porgs. They're really stupid.
Beans is like a porg.
Beans is like a little porg. She has a little porg face. Anyways, they were cute. Yeah, they were cute.
Did you see that scene where that one was wearing a headset? Like,
yeah, it was really cute. Yeah, I mean that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be cute, and they did it. And they were like, they reminded me of Tribbles, the Trouble with Tribbles. You know, where it's like, oh, you see that there's one porg on the ship, and now there's like 10 porgs on the ship. You know, and it's like the Trouble with Tribbles, like these motherfuckers multiply, and you see them multiplying. There's a little nest in the corner. Yeah. So, yeah, porgs are cool. I'm down with porgs. I don't know why Rose stopped that dude from sacrificing himself. Like, wouldn't that be like fix their problem or like part of their problem and like give them some time? But then she wouldn't let him make a valiant sacrifice, which I don't know how to feel about that. The problem with Star Wars for me is that it never really knows what it's trying to say. I feel like it has all these really mixed messaging that like clash, and I'm just always like, do you know what you're talking about? Like, do you even, like, because you keep, you'd say one thing, and then you tell me another thing, and then you show me this other thing, and then you show me this other thing, and then, like, none of it seems to be matching up for me.
maybe you watched it wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a Dune lady. Ask me about Dune. You know, ask me about Dune. And, you know, if you want to ask me, oh, comic book girl, what is the best thing you did all year? Like, what's the thing that you're the most proud of that you did all year? I would say Dune Club. It was the best thing I've ever done.
Well, what's the best thing you're going to do in 2018?
I don't know yet. I mean, I'm going to start with Watchmen Club, and we'll go from there.
Well, we only got like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes. Yeah, we're good. We got like 6 more minutes. But yeah, you know, I like that. It's so weird. I was just thinking about this, actually. This just occurred to me. So in the prequels, you have Padme and Anakin, and that goes bad. It doesn't work out between them. You know, and they can't be together, and it just doesn't work out. And then in the original trilogy, I mean, really, Luke is in love with Leia. I mean, that's the only woman he ever loved. Like, I'm not saying, like, it could be agape love or whatever the fuck, or it's just, like, spiritual, like, they really have a connection, and he's, you know, whatever. But he can't be with her either, you know? So there's another thing where there's the hero, and then, like, he can't get with the girl, you know? Like, the guy who has the Force, and then he can't, like, it doesn't work out. And then in this movie, again, it's like, okay, so now you have Kylo Ren, you know, and he's up, you know, and he's like, and it's interesting because I do believe that if you look at your, like, there's this thing called, like, psychogenealogy that, like, Alejandro Jodorowsky came up that says, like, if you look at your family tree, you'll see these loops, these karmic cycles that keep happening. Like, something your dad will play out, and your grandfather's done the same thing, and his father's done the fucking same thing. So it's interesting to see that throughout these movies, but it's interesting to see that each time these guys get denied, they go kind of rogue. I mean, I guess Luke didn't because it was his sister, so he's like, okay, well, it makes sense that I can't have her, so I can deal with it. But, like, the other two, I don't know. Tarantino for Star Trek? Sure, why not? I mean, the Star Trek franchise movies are a mess, so, like, I'll give them a shot. Who cares? Craig Ellingson says, 1-word review of The Dark Tower. Balls.
Oh, that was the worst movie of the year.
Ooh, I totally forgot about Dark Tower. You're right. That is the worst movie. I'm going to take it back. Dark Tower was the worst movie of the year. Move over, King Arthur. Dark Tower. God, what a disappointment that was. That was such a fucking disappointment. I was just like not even into it. Connor Gibson says Ender's Game Club, and that's actually something I've really been thinking about for the next one. I don't know. I'm torn between doing an Ender's Game Club and also, I mean, maybe we'll just do, like, the next Dune book. Also, I kind of want to keep going with Dune Club and do the next Dune book. So, but we got time to figure that out. I need to get through Watchmen Club first before I make any decisions. Again, I like to leave room in my life. I don't have everything planned out. In fact, I have almost nothing planned out. I don't even know what I'm doing, like... I know what I'm doing for the next 3 days, but after that, I have no fucking clue. So, I try to just live in the moment here. And, you know, see
4 minutes.
Go. Yeah, we got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes remaining. Then
What happened to the music?
Oh yeah, the music. I keep forgetting. I'm such a drunk person.
You're drunk.
Whatever. You know, I'm doing my best here. I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm doing this thing. We're having a great time. I'm having a wonderful time, and I'm really excited to be sharing my New Year's Eve with the internet this year. I like hanging out with the internet. I think you guys are cool. Honestly, this is like a lot more fun than hanging out with like most people I know. And most other people I know, like people I really want to hang out with are like, oh, I'm tired and they're not doing anything. And then the people I don't want to hang out with anybody. I'd rather hang out with the internet. But yeah, Star Wars Book Club? No, we're not going to do that. No, come on. American Gods Club? Okay, Davey, I'll keep it under advisement. But the thing is, I've never read that. And I don't want to do a book club of a book that I've never read before. Like, Lovecraft content would be interesting if we did a Lovecraft club and I just picked different short stories and then we read them. And then once a week talked about one of the short stories over like 6 weeks. Oh, Space Brain, you have something to say?
Remember the Greater Creators episode?
Oh yeah, we had a Greater Creators episode on Lovecraft that never happened, and we didn't get to do it, and so now I have all this Lovecraft knowledge that I haven't got to like use for anything.
What happened with that episode?
Well, we just got behind, and we had to just expand other episodes to hit our deadlines and stuff. So it was, shit happens.
Oh, maybe you should tell people that Greater Creators is coming to YouTube this year.
Oh, man.
Spawn Club. That's what we're doing next.
Spawn Club. I don't want to do Spawn Club.
What?
I don't want to do Spawn Club. I don't want to do Spawn Club.
Well, the viewers, we got to give the viewers what they want.
Yeah. Well, okay, so somebody's talking about he has a genetic sexual attraction, whatever. You know, I just think that, like, okay, there's a thing called intimacy, right? And, like, being born in a womb, like becoming incarnated in a womb with another person is about the most intimate you can get with anyone. And you would never, ever be able to be as intimate necessarily with another person as you are with the person that you grew up in a womb with. So it's like, I could see how someone would, like twins, like there is a thing where like twins just hang out with each other, and it's not necessarily sexual. It's just like, I mean, sometimes it can be if you're like Jaime Lannister, but if it's like, there's it's intimacy, and like that's what people really crave is intimacy. And
did you know Spawn is almost to issue number 300? Like
no,
in a couple weeks.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
We got to go pick it up.
Do we? We have to go pick it up, huh? Oh, here we go. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Oh.
Hold on.
It's almost midnight.
Hold on. Whoa! Oh no!
Oh no!
No! Don't look! Okay, it's totally fine.
She preemptively
Totally
dropped
fine.
the ball.
It's totally fine. Hey!
You dropped the
no,
ball.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's midnight.
It's midnight. Oh, it's midnight. Whoa, 2018, everyone. 2018, dog.
Wait, so your ball is a Death Star?
Yeah, I made it.
Oh.
Woo!
Pop the champagne.
Woo! I got some stuff here. Hold on. I'm gonna get Robot to do this because he's got pinchers. You gotta pop it that way, like not towards the electronics, like that. Like don't oh, okay. Whew. All right. Hey guys, Happy New Year. Here's to fucking 2018, baby.
Woo!
Here's to 2018, guys.
We've got one more bit left.
Here you go, Robot. Here you go. Here's your drink. Hold on. I'm letting him drink tonight. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. That's a bad idea. Just there you go. It's Robot's getting older and it's okay. I think it's time for him to try some champagne. So, Happy New Year's, guys. Embrace the chaos in 2018. Let me tell you a little fun fact.
Oh, okay.
I'm a student of the tarot. And so every year since 2000, I've been like associating that year with like a major arcana card. I just recently started doing this for the last few years, but like, and so 17 was the star card. 17's like my year. And I did have a really good year. I had a really fucking banner year. And I said I was like, dude, 2017's gonna be my year, bitch. It's gonna be my year. And like, honestly, it fucking was awesome. Like, I had a really great year. I feel really proud of everything I did. And so 2018 is the moon. And the moon card is all about night journeys. It's all about going on these like weird journeys where we don't know like what's right and what's wrong isn't going to be obvious, and that we're going to have to use our intuitions. And yeah, so guys, get ready to use your intuition a lot more next year, because it's going to be the moon card, baby. It's going to be a very spiritual year. It's very feminine energy is going to continue to come out. I'm excited about that. There's a super moon tonight. I believe it's in Cancer, which is like really, I love like moons and full moons in Cancer. I always feel a lot of love when the full moon's in Cancer. My heart overflows a lot.
Yes. And 2018 is the year of the robot.
The year of the dog. But that's not it. That's not quite yet. The Chinese New Year starts a little bit later. But yeah. So yeah, guys. Cheers. Cheers. Here. Aw, thank you. Yeah, are you guys ready for some weird-ass spiritual journeys? Because I am. I'm so excited. So excited. And everyone, I hate seeing these people. Everyone's like, 2017 sucked. Worst year ever. It's just like, go speak for yourself, bro. I did Dune Club.
Oh, you had a good year?
Yeah, I did have a good year. I feel really great about this year. 2016 was hard. 2016 year was hard for me. That was a hard year. And, like, this year was still a lot of work. But it wasn't, like... It wasn't nearly as harsh and as hard as 2016 was. I feel like it was really fulfilling. I feel like I was really fulfilled by I chose the projects that I did, and I managed them, and I came up with these ideas, and like I really worked for myself all year, and I made enough money for us to keep going for another year, you know, because that's the big thing, is like, how are we going to fund this? And we fucking did it, and like Dune Club did it, and Patreon did it, and like, it was a really banner year. So, yeah, so thanks for growing with us. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. You guys are the ones who've supported us. Like, we're not paid by anybody to be here. Like, nobody's paying us to do this. Like, we're doing this of our own volition. Because this is fun, and we like saying goofy shit on the internet, and like posting some fucking bullshit, and you guys like it, and you guys have supported it, and I'm like, cheers, like, thank you, internet, like, you guys are so great, like, I don't know, I'm really overwhelmed, you guys are nice.
Okay, everyone's waiting for the real segment here.
Okay.
Who will Comic Book Girl kiss at midnight?
Who will I kiss at midnight? Cheers, we'll find out. Guys, thank you for joining us for the Comic Book Girl 19 New Year's special.
Now I'm going to the club.
Woo!
Ladies, meet me at the club.
Meet me at the club, babes. So sick. Popping off 2018, dog.
Yeah. This has been the Comic Book Girl 19 New Year's special.
This has been the Comic Book Girl 19 New Year's special. Mwah. Kiss Beans.
Who are you gonna kiss at midnight?
I'm gonna kiss this bean cat.
I thought you were going to kiss me.
Of course she doesn't want me. That's always how it goes. I never want to. The ones I want to kiss, I want to kiss her.